Hi, this is Freya with another edition of How to Sing That Song. Today I want to talk about an oldie but goldie, I Say a Little Prayer by Aretha Franklin in the original, so please stay tuned. The first time I ever heard this song was in the movie My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts. And there they break out and sing it all together. I think it's at the wedding rehearsal dinner. I think so. But I thought it was so awesome. And it is an old song, but that's truly the time I've heard it the first time. It's full of energy and it's so much fun. But it's also not very easy because it goes low and high. So let's get started. It's got this nice intro. And it starts low. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. So the most important thing for this song is truly to have this continuous support, continuous tension in your midsection right here. Your core needs to be really, it never needs to be loose at any point here. It needs to be very, very tight. So as you heard maybe when I just sang, I wasn't really relaxed. Even in the rests, you could hear the tension and that there's a lot of strength behind that. It's like not the moment I wake up, but the moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I sing a little prayer for you. So very important also to open up your throat, which means get a lot of resonating space. So whenever you do an ooh or a ee, make sure you don't get narrow. Don't go ooh, ee, ooh, ee. Like open up your throat. I have a video about opening your throat. So if you're not sure about how to do that, go watch that video. It'll help you. So very open throat and very open sound. Don't be too nasal. Make sure you open up your vowels wherever you can. So let's go on. I'm combing my hair now. Make sure in those low notes you just barely touch those because they're very low. And wondering what dress to wear now, I sing a little prayer for you. Now comes the chorus, and the chorus isn't easy counting wise. So it's got these 4/4 measures, and then it goes to a 3/4, to a 4/4, to a 3/4, to a 4/4. So it just kind of switches back and forth to this forever, forever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you. So there's always one beat missing every third measure, kind of like that. So very difficult counting wise, but once you get the hang of it, you just probably need to listen to it over and over again. Once you have the hang of it, it's not going to be so hard. But in the beginning, it may throw you off. So it's like forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together, together. That's how it must be. To live without you would only mean heartbreak for me. So get that rhythm and that counting in your head. Now, the singing part also is pretty high here. So the principle is really open up. Now, the thing is, really don't push it. Don't think loud. Think kind of light on the top, and keep in mind that the higher you go in your pitches, the less air actually flows through your vocal cords. It's a very important principle here. So that way you don't really push too much. Once you push too much, it may break because your vocal cords are too far apart. Make sure you have the tightness right here in your midsection, and then that you don't let too much air out. Just it's all a matter of support and really controlling your vocal cords to where you don't break into falsetto or head voice or anything like that. Very difficult here. And also connect the phrase. Don't just shoot for that high note, because it isn't really like it really is all pretty high. So there's no use in there's not just one high note. It's like a high phrase altogether. So let's do this. Forever, forever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never apart. Oh, how I love you high. In order to get that, really, 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 don't push too high. Don't go, forever, forever, you stay in my heart. Like, don't yell it out. Very, very controlled. Important. Stay in my heart. Just kind of get that note. Don't sing too heavy on it. Otherwise, you will break. It's very likely that you will break. Stay light, but with high pressure below the vocal cords. Like that air column needs to be high pressure as can be. It needs to travel through your vocal cords like a laser beam. And then open up your vowels and don't get too tight in your jaw. Get that resonating space opened up inside of your mouth cavity and in your throat. And then send that air through very tightly through this tiny opening like a laser beam. So this is pretty much the principle here because it is high. I'm playing it in F minor. It goes all the way up to an E flat. That is pretty high, but it is short. So it's not this long held pitch there. Forever, forever, you stay in my heart and I will love you forever and never, we never. So get those short phrases going. That's also another thing. It kind of propels you toward those high notes. Don't get too blurry. Don't go, forever, forever, you stay in my heart. It's too broad, too heavy on those notes. Forever, forever, you stay in my heart. So just like very short and to the point. It's not staccato, but it's still very light and short. And keep those short places there. Forever, forever. Go ahead and breathe there. It's totally fine here. Forever, forever, you stay in my heart and I will love you forever and never, we never apart. Oh, how I love you together. So, see, how I love you. So you kind of bend down. You can do that. It makes it easier when you slide down just a little bit and have an end point that you're looking toward. And don't separate the pitches. How I love you together, but how I love you together. So it always wants to go to that forever, together, forever. That's where it wants to go to. That's kind of like a magnet. That's where it wants to lead to. So pretty much that's all that there is to the song. And those low notes really just hardly touch them because they are low when you sing in that key. And then comes in the original song, of course, you will hear a backing choir. We don't have that when we do that just as a solo, but you will have to do some improvisation at some point here. At the end, my darling, believe me, for me there is no one but you. Stay in the spirit of the song. So please love me too, 'cause I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer and say you love me too. And then I like to go into the chorus one more time. Forever, forever, you stay in my heart and I will love you forever and never, and so on. And then I always do this ending like this. My darling, believe me. I improvise one more time. For me there is no one but you. Oh, please love me too. Yes, 'cause I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer and say you love me too. I say a little prayer. So that's just one suggestion of how you could do it. Since the original doesn't really have an ending, it fades out. We do need to do some kind of ending. And I kind of like to really improvise and really take off there at the end. To stay in the spirit of the song and try out something. Remember, don't play it safe. You can only really learn by really taking risks and trying out full out. And while you are practicing and rehearsing, that's the point of practicing and rehearsing, not by just trying out what is safe, but just go ahead and just, go beyond what you've ever done. And then you will notice what works and what doesn't. And taking risks makes it so much more interesting and much more fun too. So I hope this helped you today. Hope you're going to sing this song because it is awesome. You can do it for the guys too, because it is not specifically for women. The words fit either way. You probably just have to change the key depending on your voice type. But it is really fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my podcast if you want more great singing tips and also motivation on the go when you're running, when you're walking the dog, washing dishes, vacuuming, driving, whatever you're doing. Just have those tips in your ear, and I have some great interviews coming up. It's really gonna motivate you and inspire you and really bring you up to the next level. Check that out on iTunes, Freya's Singing Tips, the podcast, or your favorite podcast player like Overcast, Stitcher Radio. You can find it there. Thanks, guys. See you next time. And until then, always remember, always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing. Bye.